Across the aisles, supermarkets, and many fridges of many homes, there lies one tight and easy meal to be found: the TV dinner. Despite the increase in availability of to-go orders and home cooking, TV dinners has been the poster child of supper for many decades. What led to the success of these flash frozen foods, and how did it enter American society? Although the origin of TV dinners consisted between three main groups, all three groups sought to provide a hearty meals to the public and would later become the cushion of many families. Busy, poor, and tired folks can now have a meal ready to go at any time. I'll be discussing these three main contributors of TV dinners, starting with Maxim Food System Inc. during World War II, then Gary Thomas's plan to sell excess turkeys, then finally the Swanson Company's rise to fame shortly after. Amidst the battlefield of World War II, Maxim Food System Inc. had found an ergonomic way of feeding the U.S. soldiers. In his article for the Pennsylvania Center of the Books, Pittsburgh Freezer, David Borner discussed how Maxim invented the Strauss plate, a tray containing meat, vegetables, and potatoes, and was principally used for the military and civilian flights. Borner mentioned how these meals replaced the old cold sandwiches because they could last much longer, and if they don't finish it all at once, they could heat it up at any time. War rations are a major source of morale for soldiers, and something like a cold sandwich cannot possibly inspire much hope, especially in a war as critical as World War II. The Strauss food plates, on the other hand, can keep morale high because not only are they providing essential nutrients to the soldiers, but also because of the materials made out of and how it's constructed, they could be heated up at any time without any hassle. The Strauss food plate was one of the earliest forays into portable eating. Unfortunately, these never reached the retail market for a couple of reasons. According to the Library of Congress, the reason Maxim never gone past the military or airline spheres was due to financial reasons and the death of their founders. These two reasons killed any publicity Strauss plate or Sky plates that they're trying to rebrand to the public. The company dissolved in 1948, shortly after, so there weren't any ways to sell these unique war rations to the public. Add to the fact that post-World War II America focused more on selling homes, automobiles, and appliances. Strauss plates could never have much attention afterwards. The first ready-made food was an ideal product for the trenches in World War II thanks to its portability, but quietly disappeared in the following post-war scene. While Maxim's attempt never gone public, the efforts of one man to sell his company's overestimations did help push the interest of frozen food into the public later on. Surprisingly, Gary Thomas's plans to sell excess turkeys would end up sparking the household staple that we know today. Amber Kaneko wrote for the Farmer's Almanac about how Gary managed such a feat. The company in question, Swanson, was said to have left with 26,000 tons of turkeys after Thanksgiving, and Gary Thomas came to the rescue. He ordered aluminum trays, built an assembly line, that before long his TV dinners, complete with cornbread stuffing of course, was available to the supermarkets across the nation for 98 cents. The company overestimated their projected turkey sales, and personally speaking, when you go shopping, whole turkeys are the last you want to see after Thanksgiving. Gary Thomas turkey dinners was a fantastic workaround this issue, as now you can not only enjoy these in smaller portions, but you can enjoy them at any time of the year. Families in need of a quick dinner can easily pop in one of these frozen turkey dinners, and out comes a marriage feast for the whole family in a matter of minutes. And the cherry on top is the low price of 98 cents, an affordable and attractive price at the time. Thomas's timing could not be any better, as his dinners would become a fantastic companion piece for TV. The Smithsonian writer Owen Edwards went in great lengths regarding this union. He, quote, "As home entertainment shifted from the pianos to the giant wooden box with a small flickering screen, the idea of watching programs seemed transformative, a tipping point to the changed world. The idea of pre-prepared meals, heated up at the last moment, seemed to fit right into the spontaneous excitement gathering around the TV. The 1950s had entered the future, where entertainment is electric, food is fast and ready, and people can wind down and relax at the end of the day. No longer were the days of the Great Depression or World War II, where food rationing fear was the main focus. Now most people can enjoy a pre-prepared meal in their new fridges and something to pass time with. Life got a whole lot easier for the average American during this period." Gary Thomas' success in selling all these turkeys had revolutionized how Americans lived their lives at home with ready to eat foods and a TV to watch with. Unfortunately, there are still some debates about the legitimacy of Thomas's fame. Even Swanson themselves refuted the claim by pointing out their own inner circles as the true inventors of frozen food. The true origins of TV dinner is heavily contested, and the company and Gary Thomas, save for embarrassment, believed that it was the sons of their founders were the true inventors. According to the website History Daily, Swanson's story told how 2 years before Thomas's idea, Swanson's brother Gilbert and Clark were hosted a party with their friends. Unfortunately for them and their guests, they had to eat out their last because they didn't have enough space to put all their plates. And in addition to supposedly running into a truckload of excess poultries, the brothers packaged easy to make food stuffed with nothing but frozen turkeys and changed the diets of a million Americans, or that's how the story goes. Quite the bold statement on Swanson's part, especially when they would later coin the term TV dinner itself. But the same principle stands with Thomas. Both groups saw an opportunity to sell excess turkeys in the most optimal way possible, which were these small trays that could be easily frozen and heated up at any time. The tray and the meals were saw the brothers needed to feed a large crowd without having too much plates, and to sell their company's excess in one fell swoop. Regardless of who thought the idea first, it's clear that both parties saw an opportunity. Following this, a major key to the success of Swanson's TV dinners were its commercials and how well it advertised itself. Looking at two commercials for Swanson TV dinners in 1955 and 1958, the director found the meals as quick and easy meals to make that a housewife or a hungry husband can make in a pinch. The 1955 commercials emphasize how a housewife can prepare a meal for her husband in such a short notice, even if he had to bring a couple of guys over. The commercial knows how lucky the husband is to have a wife who knows how to cook these dinners, and how lucky the wife is to know how to always have these on hand. The appeal to TV dinner is further developed in the 1958 commercial, where it shows the wife has plenty of time to play with the kids or attend to her other duties, because she doesn't need to worry about when to cook her dinner. The household under Swanson has more time to spend with each other or in leisure, as they don't need to fret over the main course. After all, the TV dinner only needs about 20 minutes in the oven, and a whole feast is prepared immediately afterwards. The history of TV dinner, though conflicted, all aim to provide an easy meal for the family. We took a small glimpse at some of the key innovators of frozen food dinners and how these novelty dinners influenced the American diet. Without TV dinners, families would struggle in providing a good meal at a short notice, especially if time and money is a great issue for the chef. So next time we go to the next time you go grocery shopping in need of a quick dinner, always know that there's a TV dinner that's always there waiting for you.